What's up everyone, it's Coco, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Moschino and H&M collection, and I'm going to be showing you the things that I purchased and talk about how I managed to get my hands on these items. Now I know this video is kind of late because the collection actually launched last year and is obviously sold out by now. I obviously posted photos when I had purchased some of the things and shown what I got, but I didn't actually show everything that I purchased. So for those that don't know, Moschino did a collection with H&M last year. Now the whole idea behind it was that Jeremy Scott believes that, he doesn't think that exclusivity is a cool thing, so he wanted to bring his Moschino products over to H&M at a more affordable price. So first I'll talk about how I managed to get my hands on these items. So I'll leave a timestamp in the description down below of when I actually start showing the products and start talking about it. So it was the day before the actual launch date in store, and I went in and spoke to the staff at H&M to see if I could get any clues on what to do, what to prepare for. Got a little bit of info, pretty much just saying that they have a feeling that people will go and start to camp out the night before. And so I told my partner, I'm like, you need to let me know when you finish work, because he was finishing work earlier than me, if there are people waiting outside H&M already. I'm at the studio teaching my class, and he comes in and tells me that there was 2 people already lining up outside of H&M. He went back outside and sat in line out the front of the H&M store just to hold my spot until I finished teaching my classes. I then went and saw him and spoke to the 2 girls that were in front of him as well. He already started a good vibe with them, which is awesome. If you're going to be camping out for a product, the people around you, you want to kind of get along with them because you're going to be there for a long time. So my partner sat down there and waited for me to go home, get some clothes, get some dinner, and then come back and take my place. So then I can at least be prepared and that he can at least go to sleep, because we were not ready to camp out. In my mind, I didn't think people were actually going to camp out from the day before, so we were just gonna go and rock up really early in the morning. Didn't have any overnight camping wear that keeps you warm, so I just put on a gazillion layers, ate some chicken nuggets, gluten-free, dairy-free of course, and then I drove right back to the city so I could take my place and my partner could come home and go to sleep. It was freezing. It was so cold. Now the girl that was first in line, she was all done up, makeup all looking glitz and glamour, a nice outfit, and she kept talking about how she's going to be ready for when the news reporters come, and I'm like, there's not going to be any news reporters. Like, I genuinely didn't think there was going to be. So she was all done up. I had no makeup on. I had just this giant fluffy jacket on, trackies. I had a face mask. I was just prepared for the cold. That's all I was ready for. I'm sleeping outside on the concrete. I'm gonna try and stay as warm as possible. I wasn't thinking about fashion. I wasn't thinking about news reporters. I wasn't thinking about any of that stuff. And lo and behold, there I am on the news. I'll insert a little clip of the news report now.
Hundreds of fashion fanatics have queued for hours to get their hands on the new Moschino and H&M collaboration. The limited edition collection features luxury clothes, accessories and shoes for a fraction of the retail price.
The doors opened and it was a race to the racks. With limited stock available, there was no time to second-guess purchases. Hundreds queued patiently outside the GPO building for the H&M collaboration with luxury Italian fashion house Moschino.
I'm mainly interested in the jacket bag.
For those first in line, it was a sleepless night. The campaign stars supermodel Gigi Hadid and is designed by the brand's creative director Jeremy Scott. It gives fashion fanatics a chance to snap up the designer items at an affordable price, and accessories were the hot ticket item.
I've got a whole lot for less than what a normal Moschino bag would be.
Even if it's not exactly practical.
You can fit your card and you can fit your keys as long as you take your key rings off.
For Mel, the experience was a little overwhelming.
I just started to have a bit of a panic because everybody's just swarming.
The collection is expected to sell out quickly, and with no returns, shoppers say it was worth the wait. Hannah Jenkins, 7 News.
And this was like my first taste of actually having my word twisted in public. The main controversial piece of the whole Jeremy Scott Moschino H&M collection was this small jacket biker bag. Basically, the whole thing was people were speculating, you know, is this a waste of money? It's so small, what could you possibly fit in it? And when I got asked about the bag and why I purchased it, I spoke really highly of it, and I was saying what I could fit into it, because they asked me what could you possibly fit in this bag, and I answered and I said you could fit, you know, your money, your cards, your keys, and a lip gloss. I don't really need much more than that, to be honest. But in the interview, it kind of seemed like I was making fun of the bag, which I definitely wasn't. But you know what, it wasn't the worst thing. I feel like I've seen interviews that have gone way more sour than that. Then early in the morning we get our wristbands. So it was done by timed scheduled block. So the people that were first in line, they went as a group, and it was like a red block, so we got red wristband, and then the next certain amount of people got another block, so it'd be like blue wristbands or whatever. So we went in blocks, so we weren't all just like bombarding the store. Now we were given 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes to do our purchases, like to find all the things that we wanted to buy and purchase them. And they were counting down, so they made sure that we didn't go over the time frame that was given to us. You were only allowed to buy 1 item per product, if that makes sense, and you can only buy 5 items in total. Now the women's section and men's section were completely separate, and there were things in the women's section and in the men's section that were unisex. For instance, there was a Moschino iPhone case, and that was in the men's section, but you couldn't get it in the women's section, and you weren't allowed to go into the men's section. So when you got given your wristband, you had to tell them which section you're going to be shopping at. I then made sure that my partner, that he went up to the men's section. So the first thing I'll talk about is one of the handbags. So I actually purchased 2 handbags. So the first one is the padlock bag. So this is what the lock bag looks like. So it's gold, and it's got the gold chain with the leather woven through, and then the material, like the black material, is actually leather, which is awesome. Now you open it this way, there's little clasps right there, and so that's the inside of the bag. So it's very spacious, so you got this big open area. The only thing that I would have to say that was upsetting about this bag was that my leather split. The leather that's woven in between split. So I don't know, it's not like it was a seam, it's just like the leather was pulled on too tightly. So I think it wasn't enough give and it just split. So I'm gonna see if I can get that repaired. I think that was an actual manufacturing fault. But the bag is amazing, and I get so many compliments on this bag whenever I wear it. This one was $260. We've got the mini biker bag. Now this also has the chain with the leather woven through. This one hasn't split, which is awesome. It's really heavy. I was really surprised at how heavy this bag is. The zips are fully functional, which is really cute. All of the detailing is just it's just done so well. You can see all the detailing. It is the Moschino belt. This is so heavy. I cannot stress that enough. It is very heavy, but that means, you know, you want things to feel heavy because it feels like it's good quality. So this one you can wear on your hips, on your waist. You've got all of these loops here to make it longer, shorter, however you like it. And then the little bar loops through. All the little detailing in this collection is just so beautiful. So that is as a belt, and then you can also wear it as a necklace. So the same thing, you just loop it through like so, and then it's just a big in your face kind of necklace. So it doubles up, which is amazing. The next thing that I purchased was these Moschino track pants. A shiny, stretchy material, but very thick. And then you've got all of the sequin detailing. It looks exactly like the belt that I just showed you. So that is on it throughout the whole back. I love these so much. Oh, amazing. It's nostalgic. It's, you know, every day it's iconic, and it's very comfortable. It's a very, very thick material. So then that brings me to his pieces. So he got the hoodie as well. So we got the sweatpants with the Moschino down the leg. So it's really cute. So I sometimes steal it, but we both got hoodies. So my partner got these as well. They are just little pins. They're really, really cute. He was just like, yeah, you can have them. I don't know what to do with them because they're so nice. I don't want to put them on something and then lose it. And the last thing that my partner picked up is the towel. So I wasn't expecting him to buy this. This was a shock. So he went in, he didn't know what was actually available. I didn't know what he was gonna get. I just said, go to the men's section, figure it out. And the towel was $60. Yep, double-sided. So one side is the black with the red, so the Moschino MTV logo. And then the other side is the same thing, but it's the reverse. So it doesn't say Moschino, it's just like a mirrored version of it. But it is really nice. So still brand new, still with the tags on them. I don't know when we're gonna use these, but it is a nice touch and it just feels like a bit of a luxury kind of item. I remember being young and in high school and going into the Adidas stores and seeing the Jeremy Scott Adidas collections, and the whole front of the store would be filled with all these crazy colors and designs and like big jackets, giant shoes with animals on them. Like, it was insane, and I couldn't obviously afford any of it, but I would go in there all the time and just look through all of the collection, feeling the materials, looking at the bizarre patterns that he would do, and just in awe of just how you can just take something and be so bold with it and yet so tasteful at the same time. So that is why I was really excited for this collection, because I knew it was going to be executed really nicely and the quality was going to be amazing and the ideas were just going to be so out there. I hope you enjoyed this little storytelling moment with me and the show and tell session. If you like this video, make sure that you click the thumbs up button and subscribe, and I hope to see you on my next one. Bye guys.